I'm too lazy to write a piece that I was asked to write. So here's your video or audio. Are we still a sovereign nation? Has our U.S. sovereignty been signed away maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago? People that I know who have contacted elected officials, such as Hillary Clinton, about judicial corruption in the state of New York. She ended up doing 6 months in jail for just basically informing a U.S. senator of what's going on. And I have a friend that worked on the F-35. He's some sort of engineer, security clearance and all that. Got a divorce. His wife stabbed him, and she has connections. Her lawyer is a U.S. congressman in Connecticut, and so while she's in court for felony assault, she was awarded full custody of the children before the charges were even came to pass. And he was facing up to 30 years in jail for checking off the wrong box in a court form. And around the same time, a police officer who shot blacks because they were black, he got $50,000 bail for murdering 1 or 2 people. So the system has been rigged. And he contacted elected officials, and so he faced up to 30 years in prison. So, are we a sovereign nation? We defer to the UN to run the Statue of Liberty, Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the Grand Canyon. Maybe 98% of the public lands are run by the UN, which is actually a front for international banks and corporations. So if the country is owned, and also if you have a mortgage on a house, you borrow on a car, it's foreigners own all of what you have. And the U.S. Federal Reserve is a private bank that prints money. So the U.S. troops and everybody in the United States is paid with foreign cash. It can be inflated. Anything that you own is owned offshore. And there's more and more debt. The European Union was a way of scamming sovereignty from every single country in Europe. So they're basically owned. They like Greece and a lot of other countries, they pay debts that can no longer be sustained. All of the tax dollars eventually will be just to pay the interest on loans that the people did not agree to take out. So what they're doing in Europe, they're doing or already have done to the United States. You know, if Hillary Clinton go to the UN and speak, if Obama says that he will listen to the UN as far as what wars happen and all that, he's actually saying that he's listening to the international bankers and the corporate pirates who run everything. So if you contact your elected officials, either in your town, in your state, your federal elected officials, they may report you to whatever version of police they have for your name, description of what you drive, where you live, where you work, will be possibly given to the police for something to be done about you for having contacted elected officials. That is something that's supposedly protected under the First Amendment. You know, you're supposed to be able to redress your grievances. I'm not sure. I think it's the 13th Amendment. I'm not sure what that's. I think it's the 13th. I'll put a link. The War of 1812, when the British came in and burned down tried to burn down the White House, and when they were in the Library of Congress, certain paperwork was stolen and burned or whatever But the thing of it is, each of the states' constitutions contains that paperwork, so they didn't get to all that. They got the main source of the paperwork. What it is that lawyers have titles, judges have titles, and so if you have a title and you are an elected official or you try to run, then your citizen is stripped. So if Obama is or was or a citizen of the U.S., if the 13th Amendment does apply, then his citizenship can be stripped. And Romney, being a Juris Doctor, he's a lawyer plus, he shouldn't have been legal to run either for the. And basically the reason you have lawyers or judges or people with titles in elected offices is they swear an oath to each other, and it's not really a secret order. I mean, it could be as simple as on legal documents. If you capitalize United States, it might be a corporation where it's not really the United States. With all the legal wrangle and wrangling, it's little stuff like that they pull, and it's an understanding. They say, well, I really don't like this person. Does it mean torture, kill him, or arrest him, or put him in jail? So there's no. It's kind of a loose association, but. Is the U.S. a sovereign nation? I mean, if you don't have access to your own elected officials, if you can go to jail potentially for contacting them, are you an American or are you a world citizen? And you have to defer to the UN to be told what to do. And when I say UN, the international bankers and corporations own you. They own you on paper, they own your car, they own your house, they own you, and any medical procedures that you have, anything in your life. If we're not a sovereign nation, you don't do something now, then shut up and like it.